Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh, hit him with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Okay, y'all. So, I told y'all yesterday AJ was leaving, so he went to his cousin's house or wherever. I'm home alone, and I didn't have nothing to do, so I wanted to talk about some stuff that I didn't get to talk about yesterday, and talk about this pygmy bitch that's on TikTok that's really getting on my nerves. So, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a really, really great day. I rested today. I had a good day of rest. Yes. All right. Hello, Hiram. Hello, Nika. Aaliyah says it's a new pic for the president. Yes, I do have a new picture. It's not a cartoon. That is actually me. That is what I look like when I actually pull myself together. So a good wig and some really good foundation will do wonders for a person. But anyway, that is me, if people are wondering. Yes. The other picture was me as well. It was just a cartoon version of me. Anywhoosies. All right. Sir. Hello, everybody. Everybody was saying hi to each other, and hello, Tay. Now, I wanted to talk about something that's been getting on my nerves. Okay. I want to talk about it because nobody else is talking about it. And all I see is a lot of speculation and innuendo, and it's a bunch of mess for no reason. Okay. So if y'all don't know by now, the speculation is that Bray Wyatt is showing up at Extreme Rules, which will lead to a big old to-do with Bray Wyatt at whatever pay-per-view they have in October, but they don't have any pay-per-views set for October except for like Halloween Havoc is for NXT. So they don't really have any like creepy lore pay-per-views for WWE. So I was just like, everybody's making all these speculations, and I guess they figured it's going to happen at Extreme Rules. But this is why I'm saying I hate it here. It's because every time I turn around, this man is everywhere. Like I cannot go one day without Bray Wyatt information either being sent to me or I'm looking at it on the blogs, you know, or something. Hey Kayla. Hey Donnie. He said I'm a little lit and now I want to go to the club. Well, you better get your ass up and go. Get dressed and go on by your damn self. Yeah, get you some cuffing, play you some cuffing, and get it together. 'Cause that's what I was doing earlier. But anyway, uh, I love that song. And Church Girl be getting me together. But anyways, that whole album is vibe. But anyways, I cannot escape this man's face. Okay, it's every fucking where. Oh, you at the event still? I thought you was finished. You still at the event? Why don't you just vibe out at the event? I know you got to serve the food and stuff, but like, live your best life at the event. This man's face is always everywhere. Now, I am not going to run everything down that I've heard, but I'll tell you some pieces. So, the first thing I heard was that Bray Wyatt was coming back at Clash at the Castle, and then that didn't happen. And then they're speculating that he's going to show up at Extreme Rules. Earlier this year, I found out that they had finalized his contract and they have decided to bring him back into the E. Trip has fixed everything, I guess, with him, and everything is one cohesive unit again. And Bray Wyatt's going to have more control with some reins that Triple H will pull back on if he goes a little too far. Now, me personally, I don't right off have an issue with Bray Wyatt. I actually really do love Bray Wyatt's creativity. But my problem is the hype of it. Like I've seen him being all over the place. People like, "Oh, he's working out here, he's working out there, he's prepping to get back in the ring." We just saw him working out at the ring. He's coming back to the E. And it's like y'all are ruining the fun of it. You're ruining the speculation. You're ruining the awe of him coming back. No, it ain't started yet, but I'm gonna definitely turn up. Period. but like, but like you ruining it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of y'all don't understand how you have now made it so that it's not even like I understand it. Like we knew about Cody. They did the same thing with Cody. Cody shit came out. We was all like, okay, obviously Cody is the one. It kind of ruined the lore of Seth Rollins, being shocked at WrestleMania. It was a big to do. They had all the grandiosity of it. Cody got everything he wanted, of course, but it did ruin the shock of Cody being the guy. Like they reacted the way they were supposed to react, but think about it. When you was at home and you saw Cody come out, were you surprised? Did you care? You were like, okay, it's Cody and he got a good entrance. I'm happy for Cody, but you wasn't like when the Hardy Boys came back because nobody knew the Hardy Boys was coming back, right? When the Hardy Boys showed up at Mania that year with the New Day hosting, that shit was epic. You feel what I'm saying? It was so epic. But that kind of got taken away from Cody. That kind of got taken from him. And this same thing is happening with Bray Wyatt. I really, really wish that people would just let stuff be what it is. Like enjoy um I enjoy a good surprise. I enjoy a good shock. I enjoy a good twist. A nice plot twist will get you together, honey. It's good. Okay? Like I just wish they would just give us that. Let us have it. Like why are you ruining it? You're taking the piss out of it, mate. Like Jesus. Hold on a second. Let me get some of these comments in. Donnie said we need Bray, like no debate. I said in the group chat, he needs to exist like Undertaker did. Instead of a Mania streak, I give him a Survivor Series streak. Well, I think it should be a Hell in a Cell streak. I really do. And I think they should move Extreme Rules back up to February and put Hell in a Cell back in October. Make that your Freaky Friday fucking pay-per-view like you had it before. But I agree wholeheartedly with what Don's talking about. He wants you to keep the lore of Bray Wyatt's character in that ominous realm. Don't put him on the same level as Roman Reigns or put him on the same level as, say, a Bobby Lashley, because that ruins his character. He needs to have a certain level of it's not necessarily anonymity. It's more like it's a folklore, it's a lure, it's an uneasiness that he has that he needs to keep. It is he needs to have an idea about Bray Wyatt as a character, and he can exist in both worlds. I think the Fiend, if they're gonna do both, then the Fiend does need to exist like the Undertaker did, and then Bray Wyatt can operate in many different ways, you know. Like the Fiend only comes out like Finn did. The demon only comes out when necessary, but Finn was always there. You feel what I'm saying? These internet fans take the fun away. Now I'm kind of hoping it's not Bray. I mean, yeah. Hold on. Notorious Mercedes said, a lot of people have made Bray's return way too expected. So when he does return, it won't be much of a surprise at all anymore. That's what I'm saying. And that's what it ruins it. You know, it's like, while yes, we don't know he's coming for sure, you have an inkling that he's coming back. All this information that has been spilled in these streets, and nobody is caring about the bottom line of it. And I think a lot of the old school guys, even though they gatekeep, even though they're wrong, they do have a point when they say, and Nicole has been a very big proponent of this, not everything needs to be known. Some things need to be kept in-house. And I feel like a lot of times these people, and it's no shade to everybody, because some people are reporting with integrity and others are not, but they all report the same news. So Wrestling Observer, Fightful, Select, PW Insider, Know the Ropes. Not Know the Ropes, but Inside the Ropes. 411 Mania, Wrestle Talk, WrestleLamia, all these different dirt sheets that report the information. They don't care about how it affects the bottom line of the business. Their reports shape how far the things and storylines can go, and they don't care about that. All they care about is clicks and traffic on their websites. And my thing is, and I've also been a part of that. I have also been a victim of trying to regain traffic on my page and traffic on my YouTube channel. But here's the thing. I think about how those things affect the bottom line of a story and how something could have been great if it had a certain level of anonymity in it. I don't think the dirt sheets believe that. I think they think that people are taking shit too seriously. And my thing is, yes, wrestling is a sport. Yes, it is something that is choreographed. Yes, it is something that we know has a generalized outcome. The stories usually have a generalized outcome. We know that this is going to be recycled all over again. But here's the deal. It is unfair for you to be so selfish about what you're doing that you would in turn ruin the art of wrestling all in its entirety. You have taken away an aspect of wrestling where we don't get the shock anymore. We don't get the value of that because they've ruined it. Like this whole shit with Bray Wyatt, I just wish would have happened at Clash at the Castle. I so dead ass wish it would have, because it just would have taken all the wind out of their sails and we would be done with this. I know that this is going to be Roman's 1 year anniversary. Well, his 2-year anniversary was at Clash at the Castle. Well, it was before Clash at the Castle. It was actually in August, and where he hit his 2 years. And Bray Wyatt should have showed up at Clash at the Castle if that's what they were going to do. But Extreme Rules is coming, and well, no, because they wrestled again. oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like Bray Wyatt should come back whenever he does. It's gonna be okay. Like everybody's gonna be like, okay, he's back, and hopefully the way he comes back will give us a little bit more than what we're getting now. But it's just like I just wish we would be able to get the full spectrum of a shock of Bray Wyatt popping up. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't read rumors because it ruins it. Alexis says she hope it's not Bray. It'll serve him right. I agree, but I will say Triple H is doing a better job of cleaning up, so it's no leaks. I hate spoilers. I do agree that Triple H is making things have a tight lip because nobody knew Johnny Gargano was coming back. Nobody knew about Gargano. Um, so that is true. I 100% agree with that wholeheartedly. But my thing is, I just wish Bray Wyatt shit was not so fucking out in the fucking world. Like it just makes it so goddamn hard. Hey, spoilers. Especially when they go overseas. Yes, that is the most, like, because I actively have to avoid being on Instagram or on Twitter or and now not so much Facebook, but TikTok especially. But I've curated my personal TikTok and my movie TikToks so that I don't see any wrestling stuff pop up on my page. But like anything that is wrestling related that comes across my Instagram, like I'll get it immediately and I have to actively avoid it just so I don't see that shit when they go overseas, especially because they announce everything. The dirt sheets put everything out there. I saw them do it with AEW Rampage and because they pre-recorded it and they had it already out there ready to roll. And I was just like, damn, like can we at least get the chance to watch the shit? Like, we don't even get a chance to watch it because you motherfuckers are putting it out there before we get the chance to see it. And I get it. You're excited because you get to watch the show. I understand that you're there and you're taking videos and pictures and you want to post it because you're excited. I'm so okay with that. But if they tell you that it's pre-recorded, right? And you go to the show and you're like, this is pre-recorded for next Wednesday's Dynamite. Why can't you post it next Wednesday when Dynamite starts? Like right when the match started, right? Or like right, let's say it was Saray, right? Saray's getting ready to come out. Cool. All right. So instead of spoiling it for everybody because you want to get traction on your Twitter or your Instagram, why not post it right when she comes out? You're not losing anything by doing that, dude. Like, come on. Ooh, I like a Hell in a Cell streak. I went to Mania that year. The Hardys came back and wooed child. When I tell you that whole stadium roared, right? Because nobody knew they was coming back. Nobody knew that. That was a fucking shock. There was a lot of twists in that Mania that year. It was very good. Let's do that. I like that more. It needs to be supernatural. That I don't have a problem with. I agree. And aloof. I'm so excited because my new iPhone is going to be delivered by Tuesday. Cool. Because we've already had Sinister Bray. But let Bray terrorize. He don't need the title. I wouldn't give Bray Wyatt the title for at least a year and a half. And I would just let him just blow through as much of the roster as possible. While that title is being defended by other people, he has his feuds. You set him up like in 2-month to 3-month intervals. He has at least 2 pay-per-views for each feud. He stalks and tears down his prey, and then he moves on. Oh, the kayfabe. I wish they just don't. I think that's really why we're kind of souring on Roman because he made him the one back then, but back then there were top spots, but every existed. Oh, I see what you mean. And they said a purple iPhone 14. Cool. For example, if when Boss and Glow decides to return, it'll be very unexpected because it hasn't been any much revealing whether they are or not. So if they do, it will definitely shake the table. Nobody's really talking about it more than likely because he can't feel his face. Fuck WrestleMania. I want the purple too. My favorite color is purple. This WrestleMania gonna be good. I can't feel my face. I'm still not cool with that blonde Adam that used to be a brunette on What Culture. He's a trash bag. What Culture's another one that reports bullshit. Like for almost 2 years straight, they've been reporting that WWE is selling to they're selling the company. And I've been telling people like if they're selling, the perfect time to sell was when Vince went down. That was the perfect time to sell it. Uh selling it now is going to be out of this world. Triple H has at least doubled the value of the company just by restoring people and changing up how the show is structured for both SmackDown and Raw, especially with Raw. Raw being the flagship show, it needed to be better and improved. So I'm glad he took time to fix that. And then he also had Sean take over as the lead out man for NXT. That also improved the brand. It changed how they did things, how they were structured. Storylines have improved. People are enjoying the product over in NXT more because there's more of a balance of TV, production and storylines, and of course, 5-star, 3 to 5 star matches. So Triple H and Shawn Michaels working hand in hand really worked out. Now, I will say Triple H is not far off from Vince. He has his guys too. Road Dogg is one of his pets. He keeps him around all the time. He's his friend, so he's gonna stay around. Okay, because Road Dogg's been fired like 3 times, and he went and got him back. Okay, and I still believe if Joe was not working at AEW, Triple H would have probably rehired Joe back as well. They did say that a couple of people at AEW had been reached out to by WWE to buy out their contracts and help them come back. I mean, that's why Tony Khan was so pissed and upset. But honestly, the people he reached out to, they weren't doing anything. They're not at the top of the mountain in terms of AEW status as of right now. They were not. So it is what it is. It was like the first week of September. Okay. Now he was talking about Roman's title reign. It'll be Extreme Rules. It's where he lost to Roman. I swear that Roman and Braun and I swear it wasn't at Extreme Rules. I swear it was at Payback when he got the championship. Officially, it was at Payback. He showed up at SummerSlam, beat them down. 2 weeks later, they had Payback, and he won the title at Payback that year. But he ended up getting the WWE Championship from Brock last year. So he had the WWE Universal title. He had it for over 2 years. So they haven't had a one-on-one. I figured they didn't. But for the love of Odin, don't let Bliss back with him so quick. And the last entrance theme slap, you could still use it if the mole was watching. Hell no. Braun beat Bray. Bray beat Braun, retained because Roman interfered. And then it was a triple threat. But Roman didn't sign and enter the match until the last 5 minutes. Correct. That was at Payback, though. I remember because we was watching it. Wasn't it at Payback? Yes, it was. I'm burning the late night oil, so I'm just gonna chime in sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I hate when they go overseas. That's the only time we can't get around it unless it's live. Yeah. That's the what part that sucks. I saw an AEW fan say on Twitter he waited till Rampage came on to post something. Some people just can't go without being pricks. And that's what I'm talking about. Like he waited, he got some integrity. Like he waited because he knew they were gonna run their program. Like you understand, you take away from their program as well when you post shit like that. I was posting when I went to the show. I was posting while I was there. That shit was live, and I was trying my hardest to get my videos recorded and get them uploaded and posted. I don't even think I posted everything I actually recorded. Oh yeah, that Adam was using and abusing women. Oh shit, that's fucked up. I like the What Culture Wrestling quizzes and a couple of people for their personalities, but I'm not into their videos often. I figured it was at Payback. Thank you for following. I'm off patrol. It's okay. I get what you're saying. It was at Payback. I thought it was, Tay. I figured it was at Payback. Um, a lot of these channels used to be good. WrestleMania had mini docs, but all the channels became very clickbaity and really anti WWE. Wasn't Extreme Rules dubbed Extreme Rules Payback? No, it was actually called Payback. Payback was 2 weeks right after um SummerSlam that year. Then there was an Extreme Rules that came later. Matter of fact, let me pull it up because that was in 2000. They were still in the pandemic. That was a pandemic era. I remember it because I was pissed because Roman just came in there and and just Roman just came in there and didn't wrestle a damn thing. Yeah, it was in August because Payback was at the end of the month. Then, because 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks prior to that, that was SummerSlam. Payback was in August, and then Extreme Rules. It was just called Payback. Nobody could judge me but me. I was born free. Oh, drop it like a 30, drop it like a 30. Um, Actually, the Extreme Rules in 2020 was before um Payback. It was in July. So Extreme Rules, the horror show, was in July, which I thought was fucking stupid. They should, if they were gonna do a horror show, it should have been in fucking October. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. I don't know what was going through their minds that year, but it was pandemic brain and they was being real stupid. The horror show was in July, and then they had SummerSlam after that, and then they had Payback 2 weeks after that. And then I believe it was Clash of the Champions. Hold on. Pay-per-views from 2020. Okay, so uh the last pay-per-view, it was not that bad. We had some more pay-per-views after that. Nobody can judge me but me. Oh, jumping like the thunder, jumping like the thunder. Okay. So he said, "Child, don't ask." He remembered all that out on Patron. You know Nicole don't like it when we drink Patron, baby. You know how she gets. She real bougie about her alcohol consumption. Okay, she real bougie about it. I wish people would let Triple H do his job because he knows what's best for business and just watch and see what's happened next. And you never know what Triple H is gonna do. No, but at the same time, like I really want to be able to enjoy the surprise of it and not always have to be have all the information up front. Sometimes it's okay to not know everything. I vividly remember the performance in the ramp and the Connor's Cure logo and Roman coming down, but I can't remember when. It had to be after that because Roman was champion um because we had okay, they got these goddamn info ads up here. All right, so let me get to SummerSlam. Okay, payback. Yeah, so Clash of the Champions was in September on the 27th. That's probably where you saw the ramp where he came down. And then they had Hell in a Cell on the 25th of October because that's when he went up against Jimmy in Hell in a Cell. I mean Jey Uso in Hell in a Cell. Cause really, all his shit started with his cousin at Clash of the Champions. I mean, it was after Clash of the Champions where his cousin really started to because Jimmy Uso was injured and they had two matches, I think. I wanted let me pull it up because I don't want to say it wrong and then I don't give. Let me see. Roman versus first thing that popped up. Damn. Who else talking about it? um, really, that happened in May of 2002, 2022. That's crazy. Oh no, that's when they posted it. They had a whole feud. So like, hold on a second. They went up against each other like twice though, didn't they? Is this my fucking video? Are you kidding me? I was about to say that better not be my goddamn video. Okay, so let me see when the story started. Um, I can't remember, but I do distinctly remember that they had why do I remember it like they had more than one match? Oh fuck. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So there was Hell in a Cell in September. Class of Champions was in September. Hell in a Cell was in October, and then the final show of the year was TLC, and that was on the 20th of December when they moved to St. Petersburg. They had their Slammy Awards that year, which I don't even remember the Slammy Awards that year. The fucking pandemic era was a trip. It was a fucking oh. It was weird. Anyways, so I had to get that off my chest because I felt like every time I turn around, something was being shown, and we weren't given the opportunity to watch the show. We just were kind of thrusted into this spot where like a bunch of shit would go down and we just didn't have an opportunity to enjoy it. And I really hated that. But to recap some things from last night's show on WWE, yeah, so Sheamus is gonna challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship on October 7th. So this isn't happening at Extreme Rules. Now they may make that match for Extreme Rules, but it seems like they're gonna have them kind of fight and lead to another match. Because Extreme Rules is that Saturday and they're competing that Friday. So it seems like they want to have a big ratings boost for SmackDown, and they're going to have their Intercontinental match that night. Also, Ricochet and let me get my lemonade. Y'all ever come to Cleveland? You got to go to the Jamaican Irie Kitchen that's here. They make this pineapple mango lemonade. Oh my God. It's the most delicious thing you could ever drink in your life. It's super tart and it's sweet and it's got this like really fresh pineapple flavor in it. So fucking good. So we're also going to see Ricochet and Madcap go up against Solo and Sami Zayn, the honorary Uso. So it's going to be a lot going on Friday. But we got a whole nother week before that happens. So we got next week to get through, and then that following week is the week of is the week of Extreme Rules. Okay. The last 2 years have been a void, girl. I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like I blocked out a lot of the pandemic era. Except for Roman shit. Like, I remember Roman shit vividly. I remember his shit vividly. I remember Charlotte's stuff vividly. I remember Bianca stuff. I remember Bailey and Sasha vividly. I remember their shit vividly. But anything else that happened... Oh, and I remember Lana shit with Nia Jax vividly. But anything else that happened, like, I fucking blocked all that shit out. All of it. I never been there before. Roman versus Jey Uso at Night of Champions in 2020. That's the only one I remember. No, because they went up against each other inside Hell in a Cell. I don't remember the previous match if they had one. I only remember him going up against Roman inside Hell in a Cell. But I feel like he had 2 matches against Roman. I want to say Jey Uso wrestled him twice. And I don't think I'm crazy for that. I just feel like he wrestled that man twice. Am I wrong? I need somebody to help me. Where's Kayla? Kayla usually remembers. Woo, child, this month flew by fast. I kind of wanted it to. Literal growth. Wrestling was background noise. Babe. He did wrestle Jay twice. Thank you, Aaliyah. Because I figured he did because his brother was there and they switched places, remember? And they were heading to Hell in a Cell. And it was like, they made that an I Quit match. And that next week after after Jimmy quit for Jay, Roman told Jey Uso that he didn't want him to quit. He saved his job and shit, that he needed his cousin and he loved him. And it was like, I was like, oh my God, like that whole storyline was fucking beautifully done. I don't know who did it, but they did an amazing job at getting it done. They really, really did. But I distinctly remembered them wrestling twice. I just could not remember when they wrestled. I know that they wrestled at Hell in a Cell in the I Quit match, but I couldn't pinpoint if they wrestled at Clash of the Champions or if it was like at a runoff match on SmackDown. I couldn't remember that. Who child, it was so messy. But next week, we got a couple matches, and then that week after, like I said, is the week before String Rules. Roman more than likely is not going to be defending his titles at Extreme Rules. Neither are the Usos because they just defended their titles on SmackDown. It seemed like Bianca's going to be defending her championship at Extreme Rules, and so will Liv Morgan. Um, Bailey's gonna challenge Bianca, and more than likely Monday they probably gonna have it so that they can pick the stipulation match for that match. We know that Karrion Kross and Drew are gonna go up against each other in a strap match. So you've got Karrion Kross and Drew. You have the fight. You got the strap match with Karrion Kross and Drew. The fight pit with Rollins and Riddle. And then you have the Extreme Rules match with Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan. You should get some type of stipulation match with Bailey and Bianca because it seems like Triple H is going to stick to the theme. Each match on that Extreme Rules card is going to have an Extreme Rules stipulation, which is why it's called Extreme Rules. So fucking thank goodness for Uncle Trip Trip because God knows we've been struggling with Extreme Rules for years, okay? Um my uncle and my aunt and my mom and dad are downstairs and they are having the best time down there just wilding. But anyway, my uncle's a trip. One of these days I'm gonna record him when he come over here because he is a hot mess. They be going off down there. But anyway, it's okay, Kayla. Don't worry about it, babes. I know next time I'll go to you next time, but Aaliyah, she got to you first. I just need to know if Roman Reigns wrestled Jey Uso twice, and Aaliyah told me that he did. So I usually you be in here, but or you would respond a little faster, but it was okay. No worries, don't trip. Aaliyah had me covered a little bit. I just wanted to know because usually you come in and you'll tell me. That's why I was like, "Where's Kayla?" Kayla usually had that information, but it's okay. Aaliyah had it, so no worries. Don't trip. Um. Okay. So where was I at? Extreme Rules. Okay. So the matches for Extreme Rules are almost set. It seems. I don't think they're gonna have that many matches at Extreme Rules, but they're gonna have enough, child. Oh gosh, I hate when I have pimples on my face. Anyways, so like I said, we got Liv and Ronda for an Extreme Rules match. Rollins and Riddle for a fight pit match. You have Bianca and Bailey. They're going to have some type of stipulation match. There's a strap match between Drew and Karrion. So that's four matches all set for Extreme Rules. That fight pit match is going to be quite lengthy. So they're probably only going to have one more match for Extreme Rules if they have that. Because I think this card for Extreme Rules is going to be very small. I don't think it's going to be a huge match card. But there aren't really many other feuds on the main roster that really need to go to Extreme Rules. They can let Asuka and Bliss go up against Dakota and Io in some type of Extreme Rules match. I mean, the way they got beat down last Monday, it would warrant that they would get a shot at those damn titles. Oh, because I think 5 cards is plenty. 5 matches for that show is plenty of she said boo. You okay, don't worry about it. Let me go to CBS Sports because sometimes they'll have predictions not on who wins the matches, but on actual Because Roman's not defending it at Extreme Rules. That's why I say he's definitely not going to lose his title. But sometimes CBS Sports has predictions on actual matches. Um, Gargano in theory is a match that may happen, but I think it's going to be a triple threat. Now, what Triple H needs to do, I have been saying this for months, and I hope that he has been listening. Triple H needs to make it a triple threat for Austin Theory's Money in the Bank briefcase. I think that is a clever way to get that belt, that briefcase off of Theory and move it to somebody who is more plausible and a bigger threat to Roman's titles. It needs to be given to KO though. Don't give it to Gargano. Give it to Kevin because Kevin needs to be the one. Like I think this would just come full circle, right? So the smart thing to do if we're going to do this the way I'm thinking is you wait till Roman shows up at Survivor Series talking about he ain't got nobody to wrestle or whatever. Or you wait till day one. You have KO, get the briefcase, wait till day one, and then Roman is wrestling. He tired. He done been through a whole match. The Usos, the honorary Usos, all of them have been taken out. And then Kevin will come down and he cashes in and he takes one of the belts and leaves Roman with one. Then you have Roman go up against Seth Rollins and have theirs lead out until Royal Rumble. And then you finish out at Rumble or Elimination Chamber with them. Which I think last year the Elimination Chamber was when they went to Saudi. That was the pay-per-view they went to Saudi with, was the Elimination Chamber. But you let the Elimination Chamber be the last one. If I was to do it the way I'm thinking, I would have Seth and all the guys that Roman has beaten inside the chamber. And I would have all of them in there. Everybody would get eliminated except for Seth and Roman. Seth would beat Roman. Roman would be titleless. And then The Rock would come out, rock bottom Roman, and tell him, I'm the tribal chief now. And then he just leave. Then you could start the whole discord between Roman and The Rock if that's what you want to do leading up until WrestleMania. Because my problem with Roman being champ and this massive ass cloud of Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming back really stifles what they can do in terms of storyline leading into day one. Day one is the beginning of the end of Roman's title reign, in my opinion. If it doesn't happen before WrestleMania or at WrestleMania, it most definitely is going to end at WrestleMania Backlash. I can't go another year with Roman Reigns as champion. I just can't do it. They have to do something. Okay? They have to do something. Hold on a second. Let me go get some of these other comments. Oh gosh. Okay. Alexa said it'll be short. Crown Jewel is coming and they're gonna make sure to burn out. Can't happen. And I'm down for a short show. Don't need Judgment Day versus Ray versus Edge again. I forgot about Judgment Day. They might put them in that slot instead of it being Kevin and Johnny. But honestly, I don't want to see them. Like, I'm sick of their storyline. I want to see Johnny, Kevin, and Theory fight it out. They haven't gotten as much TV time as Ray and Judgment Day and Dominic have. And to be honest, there's no need to see all of that shit. There's no need for that. I don't give a shit about it. Hey, Tirza. It's going to be a short pay-per-view. Extreme Rules is not going to be long. They're only going to add one more match, I'm telling you. Once they add the stipulation for Bianca and Bayley's match, they're probably going to start the ideal to set up the fifth match. If something happens by Friday night and they decide to move Gunther and Sheamus's match to the pay-per-view, though it is advertised for Friday on the 7th of October, then Gunther and Sheamus will probably be the fifth match. I'm banking on it just being 5 matches and some type of pre-show match, probably like Hit Row and Los Lotharios on the kickoff if they do that. And then that's it, you know. That's a good idea. Oh, I forget. Her nickname is Miss T. They call her Miss T. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's the way I want it. It's 9 p.m. and I just woke up from a nap and I'm having an absolute mango vodka, extra cold with extra ice with a splash of raspberry juice. Happy Saturday. She said, "This is 35." Shaking my head. Hi, Tirza. She said, Alexa said, "I want to be cash apped because I was right about Judgment Day. I told you it was right. I am not giving you no money for that because I be right a lot of the time. Don't nobody give me nothing. Don't nobody give me shit. I just don't want to see it no more. I mean, it's not that I don't that Judgment Day shouldn't exist. I really don't think they should. I think they should disband the group and just let Rhea Ripley run Dominic's ass all over the place like a little puppy, and let him kind of be like her, uh, let her be what Reginald and that chinless wonder dude was to Carmella. Let him be that to her. Like, I gave you your props when you was right. I told you was right. But I just don't want to see. I don't want to see them in Dominic and Rey Mysterio anymore. I'm done with it. I don't want to. And they saying that Edge supposed to show up at Extreme Rules, so more than likely, it seems like that fifth match, is gonna be Judgment Day versus. It's gonna be Dominic versus Rey, more than likely, and that shit is probably gonna extend out. Oh, fuck. I just want it to be over. Am I wrong? I did give me my cilantro lime cream. Oh no, they didn't forgot it. I got that jerk chicken though. Okay. So Tears has said, Alexis, it go try Zelle, Alexis, it goes straight to your bank account and they don't charge a fee. Oh, that's true. Drink one for me, Tears. Alexis said, I give you props and love. You do. I ain't gonna lie, you do. I'm still holding on for Seth going out with the shield gear and entrance. Babe. They need to bring Legado del Fantasma to add another layer to their storyline. You know what? That's facts. I agree with that. I wanted to be over too, Tiff. It was so dirty, and it was do dirty, and it was so dirty, and I called it 3 weeks. You did call it Aaliyah. I remember that. Let me see if I can eat some of this chicken. That curry thick and hot, bitch. Ooh, that's hot. They put Scotch bonnets in there. Anyway, no, I agree with you, Tiff. I want it to be over too. I'm tired of seeing them on TV every week. What I'm tired of is watching Rey Mysterio cry over a 20-plus-year-old man. I can understand it better if he was 16, even 19. I could really understand it. And I could be like, he's still kind of a boy, you know? But no, he's a grown man, right? They are down there tripping. Anyway, I just hope they don't extend this Judgment Day storyline all the way to Survivor Series War Games. I'd cry if they do. Makes me think, just give them custody already. Right? So when Judgment Day ends, what's going to be the payoff for any of them? Well, Rhea Ripley will have added to her arsenal of what she's capable of. Um, Damian Priest don't need no payoff from Judgment Day, honestly. When he got into Judgment Day with Edge, he had just came off of being US champion, which he had a pretty decent run at that. Damian Priest ain't gonna lose or gain nothing by being in Judgment Day or by being out of Judgment Day. I mean, he could definitely be a plausible threat to whatever titles on available, whether it be a mid-card championship or a main card championship. He definitely would be a plausible threat. Um, as with Finn, they gain the opportunity to be able to pursue the titles the way that they should be and not be bogged down by this fucking group shit. Now, like I said, Rhea Ripley has already proven what she's capable of beyond her her face character. She's proven she can go full heel and do it with great style and finesse. Which kudos to her. Ooh. Like 100% kudos to her. Okay. Hope I get no water in here. Oh shit. I had to eat with my fingers today. I was very upset by that. Anyways, Rhea be on her own. She can pursue that damn championship. Now she can pursue it in Judgment Day. It probably give her a greater advantage. But I think the smart thing to do is to break them up. Rhea don't need Judgment Day. Judgment Day need her. Okay? And like I said, I feel like if they break up, you can have Rhea Ripley still in Dominic's ear. Like he's the ultimate, the ultimate puppy just on a leash. Damian Priest could still be Damian. And Finn could still be Finn. Because they had characters outside of this group. Dominic didn't. He the only one that's probably gonna flounder. They don't hit that nigga with a chair already. Like, put your son in a child place, ma'am. You ain't got to be mean like that. Hey, come on. Alexa says, still think that dream I had of them running them down in the promo was great. Of course. Eddie would have already hit Dom like 5 times. We could have had it all. Rest in peace, right? Because Eddie Guerrero would not have put up with this bullshit. So I've been petty. If I was Edge, and like if we was old school ultimate opportunist Edge, he'd have probably been like, "You don't even know who your daddy is." Question: Did your daddy pass away, or is this your daddy? Because for a long time you was running around like Eddie Guerrero was your daddy. You currently got your hair like him. You do his Viva la Raza. You all up in there, but I thought this was your daddy. Mm-hmm. A damn shame. You confused as hell. You don't know who your daddy is. Let's be like, straight up, your mama was a whore. Your mama was out there home, baby. I still would have used that line too, Tim. I mean, I'm just saying. Unless I'm supposed to be afraid of someone who looks like he hasn't hit puberty yet. Call me when you get pubes. Ugh. I'd rather you not. Keep that to yourself, bruh. Dominic is an issue because he not really fully invested in being a heel. That's part of the problem. Like, we see him, he's there, but he don't give heel energy. He definitely don't give heel energy. Dominic give, how can I put it? Dominic give that friend that's only froggy when you froggy, and even then, his froggy is just it's half-assed. Like Dom don't express it on his face, body language, or nothing. I mean, the only time I truly believed it is when he got on his knees in front of his dad and was like, "Go ahead and hit me. Like, I know you want to hit me." He know his daddy not gonna hit him. And then he straight up called that nigga a pussy. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I was like, let me tell you something, you little wet behind the ears, Similac breath, hobbit looking bitch. I will whoop your ass. Your dad won't whoop your ass, but I most definitely will whoop your ass. Okay, I most definitely will give you the ass whooping your parents should have got you. You've been wearing too many Balenciagas and goddamn Michael Kors. You just walking around with designer shit on. You ain't never had to work for nothing in your life. You're spoiled. And then you let somebody like Ripples the Clown come in and tear your ass up. That's a mess, honey. That's messy. You done got tore up by Ripples. Okay. Don said he's not leaning into it, but he already has the little pube chin strap. Ew. He needs to just go to NXT. I don't understand. He can hang in a match, but he still got to get carried over spots, and he has no character. That's the truth. I 100% agree with that. He's only froggy because it's something his dad wouldn't like, not because he wants to. Alexis said, "Let my kids say that. I dare her." I did not like that shit at all. I was like, I want to whoop your ass. I really want to whoop your ass. Your daddy keep trying to spare you. I don't understand why he's like, "Son, you could have just told me." Bitch, he's telling you now. I don't. He's telling you now, sir. Deal with the then and now, the right now, not the past. Deal with what's going on right now. Clearly, your son is being manipulated by Ripples. Okay, Ripples the Clown has manipulated him into thinking that you don't care nothing about him and he has to live in your shadow, and it's time for him to create his own cast of shadow. Okay, great. How the fuck you gonna do that by being a hanger on in Judgment Day. How you gonna create your own shadow by being Rhea Ripley's bitch? See, that's what I would have been doing. I'd have been tearing his ass up. I'd have been like, how you gonna go from me to her and then say this is a better position? You ain't been no champion with her. Where your championship belt at with her? Huh? When the last time you main evented anything since you been in Judgment Day? Cat got your tongue? You ain't never made it? Okay. Let me make it clearer. When's the last time you was not being clowned on TV for being a simp bitch? That'd be right before you start fucking with Ripples. That'd be right before you start fucking with Ripples. Okay? Right before that. Okay? Right before you was mesmerized by them overlined dark lips she be wearing. Okay? I'm just saying. Don said, but then Judgment Day needs to run the same way Retribution did. I don't know. Judgment Day, I've lost my taste for Judgment Day. Doesn't mean they can't recover. They can. I've just lost interest in all of them. And he's not even the main chick. He's the freaking side chick. Damien's the main. Child, Buddy Murphy is the main, and he over in AEW in House of Black trying to keep House of Black afloat. As my mama used to say, you want to talk like an adult, you better be able to back it up. Same thing goes for Rhea Ripley. Same thing goes for her. If you feel froggy, leap, but understand that when you leap, ain't no man gonna be concerned with you being no female. All right? Same thing goes for Scarlet punk ass. Her and the motherfucking fireballs. Same thing goes for her ass. Anyways. So, any more wrestling related stuff? Because I got a few clips I want to show y'all. Here's why I say I'm like...
There's been a lot of speculation that White Rabbit has to do with Karrion Kross, but it's got elements of Bray Wyatt involved. Now, anybody who doesn't know, White Rabbit was a theme that Karrion Kross used in Lucha. So, obviously, he has something to do with it because he's tweeting about it. But the fact that he tweeted the other day a picture of Alfred Borden saying, "Are you watching closely?" makes me think that there's more to the story. So if Triple H has allowed Bray Wyatt to come back and make his own story and he says, you know what, just be free. Go show me what you got, kid. I think this will be so big, it might be NWO big, and it could be bigger than the bloodline we have currently. All of these characters fit with Bray Wyatt. If Bray Wyatt just has to wrestle here and there, and these guys are his like dirty work, this is going to be one of the biggest things professional wrestling has ever had.
Well, y'all saw what Homeboy had to say. There's a hole in this theory. And I'm going to tell y'all what the hole is. Usually, Bray Wyatt is considered an anti-hero, or he's a tweener. Depending on who he's going up against, Bray Wyatt can represent a symbol of freedom, or he can be a symbol of captivity. Now, given the fact that Karrion Cross seems to be on his own mission, I just don't see how Cross fits into this universe the way that they've structured it. Also, Braun Strowman is a face. Braun Strowman is a face character in the E right now. And so is Dexter Loomis, if we're going to be real. The reason why I don't think that that's the way that this is being set up is because Scarlett would have to be Bray's sister Abigail and still be Karrion Cross's right hand man in everything. And that just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in any way, shape, or form. Now he's making it sound like they would work as a cohesive unit. Everybody is working while Bray Wyatt is their puppet master and he's manipulating them to do his bidding, which would be kind of cool. But at the same time, it's like Bray Wyatt would have his hands in so many pots. It'd be difficult to keep track. It's best to keep all of these people separate and let Bray Wyatt do what Bray Wyatt does best, which is create the content. I like the ambition of the idea, and if they weren't already the White Rabbit wasn't included. Hold on, let me pull it back up.
There's been a lot of speculation that White Rabbit.
Yes, it was. They want Karrion Cross to be the White Rabbit. Karrion Cross is the rabbit. Scarlett is a sister Abigail. Braun would be the pig, and Dexter would be the vulture. So they have all of his characters from the Firefly Funhouse represented fully in that picture, but it's a little too it's just too far fetched for Karrion at the moment. Later on down the line, if Bray Wyatt is there and Bray, no.
There's been a lot of speculation that White Rabbit has to do with Karrion Cross, but it's got elements of Bray Wyatt involved. Now,
See?
Anybody who doesn't
The
know,
rabbit is
White
next to
Rabbit was a
Karrion.
theme that Karrion Cross
The
used
vulture
to
is next to Dexter.
So, obviously, he has something to do with it because he's tweeting about it. But the fact that he
pig is
tweeted
in
the other
front
day a picture
of
of
Braun.
Alfred Borden saying, "Are you watching closely?" makes
But Karrion Cross will have to be destroyed all the time. That's stupid. I think you're being too literal. So they're not going to be literal representations of the puppets. They're going to be they would be the human form of said puppets, but they wouldn't be destroyed all the time. Each one of their characters represents something specifically. Obviously the pig represents gluttony. The vulture, I don't know what the vulture represented. I never really could understand what the vulture was about, and it would take somebody who was really really intuitive to like break it down. Abigail seemed to be more of his conscience that was a little bit more cognitive, that they could decipher between right and wrong. That rabbit was a little impulsive. They liked, but they would tell everything, and they had and they liked to be more friendly than the other characters did. So maybe the rabbit represented like a kid like version character of the Wyatt family. He was the buzzard from Follow the Buzzards and the Wyatt family. Well, I understand that, but there's a symbolism to him. It's not just a buzzard. Like they all have a purpose. Is my point. Bray Wyatt never does anything without intention. That's why I said that. So, like I said, it's okay. I like it, but if it was like later on down the line and Karrion had been there for a while and Bray had been there for a while, and then he decided to start recruiting all the weirdo characters in the E, then it would make sense. But to come out immediately with all of them there as his characters, I don't see it. I don't see it. At least in my own mind, I don't see it. But there's some other stuff that I want to talk about. So I was on TikTok, child. And this girl, if y'all want to talk about more wrestling, we can talk about more wrestling. But I'm going to need y'all to come up with some topics. So if you want to talk about wrestling, you can put all your questions in the comment section and I will answer them. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to put y'all question in there. We can talk about anything when it comes to wrestling. Just no Royal Rumble questions because Royal Rumble is way too far out. So if you want to talk about Crown Jewel, Extreme Rules, Halloween Havoc would be a good topic. If you want to talk about that, sure. Just put the question in the comments section. I'm going to do a little interlude. We're going to do a little bit of a reprieve, and I shall return.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Now Julio made me Fulvio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Missing my da, missing that All of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug, toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm over it already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me.
Okie dokie. I gave y'all a little bit of time to come up with some questions, and I will be answering them. I don't really have anything to discuss, to be honest. I'll be back in a little while. Okay? Hey, Tiff, I have a question. So I have acne. This is obviously not a wrestling question, so it's fine. I was wondering about what skincare products would you recommend? Well, I get acne really badly around my period, and I have acne regularly. Usually it's always under the skin. I use a bar soap that is specifically for cleansing the skin and getting rid of acne. I also use a salicylic acid face wash to help control my acne. I have oily combination skin. First thing you need to figure out is what skin type do you have. If you have dry skin, combination skin will be dry and oily skin. If you have normal skin where you don't suffer from symptoms of dry skin or oily skin or anything like that, if you have sensitive skin, do you suffer from like rosacea or anything like that, which rosacea is like an inflammation of the skin, causes the skin to be red, all kinds of things. Okay, so first things first, you need to have an assessment of your skin. Once you figure out what's wrong with your skin, then you can buy products accordingly. I prefer to use higher quality products for my skin. So I like Paula's Choice. Paula's Choice is a great place to get skincare, especially for black skin. You need a sunscreen. Go to Target and get the Black Girl sunscreen. It's literally called the Black Girl sunscreen. Do that. Make sure you have some type of serum if you have an issue with your skin. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay. King says, I need advice. So My friend is having a paintball party, right? So I asked for the details to the party, and she told me her number of spots were limited and all her spots were full. She apologized. I imagine you're upset because you're not invited to the paintball party. So, what's your question exactly? You're welcome, Brandy. Nobody can judge me but me. I was born. Oh, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. So there was this girl on TikTok while I wait for King to finish typing his stuff out. There was this girl on TikTok on the Alpha TV page, and she's going viral because of her blatant disrespect of plus size girls, her constant need to poke and prod and get a rise out of people with her bullshit narrative, but to also say ignorant shit like plus size girls are not, they have to lose weight so that they can earn love from a man. It's so stupid. I'm gonna let y'all hear it, but first I'm gonna get this question out the way. Heck, Tirza said, "What kind of friend is that didn't think or want to invite you in the first place?" Okay, so I'm gonna need more context in a minute. Hold on. She apologized and said that she was sorry that I couldn't go. I told her no problem, but it was my idea for her to go paintball for her birthday. So I wonder why she feel a way for me not should I feel a way for not being invited when it was my idea? Yeah. Or am I being crazy for not being invited? No. Like, she's supposed to be your people, right? It'd be like this. It'd be like if me and Tirza was living in the same state and Tirza had a party and didn't at least invite me, right? Like if I told Tirza, ooh, for your birthday, you should have a roller derby themed party, or for your birthday you should have a 1980s themed party, right? And she goes, yeah, that's a great idea, that's awesome, that's amazing, but then don't invite me. I'm gonna cuss her ass out. I'm like, how the fuck you gonna have a roller theme party or a damn 80s party and you know I just told you about it and you ain't gonna invite me? Girl, go to hell. I'll be done cuss. No, you're not wrong for not feeling some type of way. You should. First of all, it's like if you don't value my friendship, then just tell me that. If we're just acquaintances, then you need to tell me that. I thought we was better friends than this. But you out here having a whole ass party without me, like we supposed to be cool. If we supposed to be cool, then you could at least invite me. Let me tell you that I can't come. But why would you do the idea that I gave you and then not even consider me if I wanted to go or not? And I'll fuck them. Don't talk to them no more. Let's put it this way. There's nothing else for you to say to them. There's nothing else for you to say to them. There's nothing. Don't make no big deal about it. Trust me what I'm telling you. Don't make no big deal about it. Now you know where you stand with them. Okay? Now, I'll give you an exception, right? If it was just a bunch of her cousins that was going, and then there wasn't enough slots for the paintballing for you to go, and she just was like, I just invited all my family, and I know I got the idea from you. So me and you will go paintballing another day. You know what I'm saying? If she actually thought of you, then I wouldn't have no problem with it. I'd be like, okay, that's your friend. She telling you straight up what's going on. She decided to just take all her family. So, okay, cool. Like, that's something you can deal with. But hell no. Hell no. No, fuck her. You ain't got to be petty. You don't have to be petty and you don't have to be ignorant about it. That's totally up to you. Me personally, I wouldn't let nobody get my joy like that. Fuck that bitch. I'd be like, well, you going, so have a good time. I wouldn't be worried about it. She wouldn't be, and next time she called me, I give her exactly what she gave me, which is nothing. What you doing? Nothing. Well, I'm trying to come over there. Nah, that's not a good idea. Well, what's wrong with you? I thought we was friends. Yeah, well, people think a lot of things, bitch. But apparently, we got two definitions of a friend. Apparently, you and I don't know the definition of what a friend is. You tell me what a friend is, and then we can go from there. Cause, girl, from what I'm looking at and where we at, no, you're not my friend. You're an acquaintance, which I'm okay with that too. But I wish I would have known that up front so I wouldn't have to deal with this. Because that was dirty how you did me. You could have at least told me what was going on. You wait until you having a party and I'm not allowed to go after this was my idea? Cool. Don't ask me for shit else. Don't expect no gift either, bitch, because you're not getting it. All these pick me bitches recently on TikTok. Oh, Alexis, she is such a bird. When you see her, you're gonna be like, really, bitch? Really? I just hold on, hold tight. Aaliyah said, well, I don't think you should sweat it. You could literally go paintballing anytime, but your feelings are still valid. It's not about the paintballing. It's the fact that the bitch excluded him, knowing that they were friends, and he gave her the idea to go. It's like I just told you, like Tears said, you know, I would never do that shit, do no shit like that. I know. I'm just saying her name popped up because it was the first one right there. If Alexis's name would have came up in my chat box first, I probably would have said Alexis. But it's just like I said, it's like y'all supposed to be fam. Y'all supposed to be cool. If y'all just acquaintances, then let me know that. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in no box and then make it seem I like me asking you what's going on is wrong, or like me and you out here going on a whole motherfucking thing on my idea. Without this, your ass probably wouldn't have went. If it wasn't me, for me, you wouldn't be there. But you couldn't even have the audacity, at least the common decency, to invite me. You dirty bitch. No, cause fuck her. It's fuck her on site, in my opinion. I'll beat her ass. But that's my answer for everything. Right. I'm just making sure I'm not crazy. But now I'm starting to understand our friendship and where we stand. And that's the bottom line. Because you know what? Sometimes God give you an out. He give you an out and it's real easy. I suggest you take it. The way I see it is y'all cool and that's it. If you still want to be friends with her, that's your business. But if it was me, it's a no-go. I know where I stand with you. I know how me and you roll. I wouldn't be your friend. I'd be chilling. He be calling me like, hey, you want to go somewhere? No, I'm good. I'm cool. I turn around and go somewhere with somebody else. But I just asked you if you wanted to go. I didn't want to go with you. Oh, word? Yeah, now you get the hint. Now you get it. Okay, let me go back up. Glory Girl Lacey said, hey, Tiff, my question is, what are some things you think SmackDown needs to work on as far as matches, storylines, and women matches? I think Rico would really appreciate this question. The first thing SmackDown has to work on when it comes to matches, their quality of matches is fine. Um, but the women's matches lack in the fun department. Like when you watch a match between the Usos and the Brawling Brutes last night, that match was fun. It was fun to watch. It was hard hitting. Like I said, you did not know who was going to win the match. It was a true back and forth. When you watched that match prior, when you watched Liv and Lacey wrestle, did you really care who was going to win that match? Did you really enjoy said match? Because I know most of y'all are going to say no. You didn't care. But I'm just saying, did you even enjoy the damn match? Like, because I didn't enjoy that match at all. I thought that it was drawn out. Oh, that's good. I used to put a strawberry Kool-Aid packet in there. Sneaky bitches. Anyway, I'm gonna venture out and say no, you don't care about that, because I didn't care about the match. Liv wasn't wrestling anybody that was prominent. She was just wrestling Lacey. And I hate to say it like that because I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I just genuinely didn't give a shit. And I saw people was on my page upset with me because I was making fun of Liv. And I was like, if it had been anybody else, y'all would have been cheering, shaking my head. This is sad. No, I decide who I want to cheer for. Liv Morgan is not one of them people. I give her props when she does well. She had a cool spot, but it was on Lacey Evans. It didn't do anything to me. It'd be different if she beat up Ronda Rousey or Shayna again. She beat up Lacey. Everybody beats up Lacey. You know? But to answer your question, the matches need to be structured better for the women. If Lacey's supposed to be more dominant, Liv need to sell it more so that she is. And that's the way it was supposed to be. The match quality need to go up for the women, not down. And I expect a lot from them because I've seen them give A1 top-notch matches, especially those coming from NXT, like Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, Raquel, Shotzi. All them girls came from NXT doing top-tier match work. And then you come on to the main roster and y'all start phoning this shit in. I don't give a fuck what Vince McMahon says. Get your ass out there and perform. Vince McMahon is more concerned about how the crowd reacts to what you're doing than he is anything else when he was there. And Triple H is the exact opposite. He wants you to perform. He wants you to put on good matches and have good storylines because he wants it to be a fun time for you as well as for the superstars. So don't go out there and half-ass shit. Do your fucking job. Y'all were able and capable enough to get there. That means you have to be able and capable enough to stay there. As far as storylines go, I think they're okay. They just got to have the storylines. They got to make it so that the stories that are in between are worthwhile. So the bloodline kind of dominates SmackDown, right? So we see a lot of Roman, the Usos, Sammy, and now Solo. This has to be spaced out. So we got to have something for the Usos to do. You have to have something for Sammy and Solo to do. And of course, you got the big dog Roman and his wise man. They got something to do. It needs to be spaced out more so that everything isn't all jumbled together. Furthermore, they also need to make sure that the storylines that are happening in between the bloodline storylines are worthwhile. So the stuff with like Damage Control and Raquel and now Shotzi is cute, but it ain't gonna do shit. Like, unless they plan on putting Raquel and Shotzi together and having them go after them damn championships, I don't see the point. And unless they decide to to do something else with Bailey, I don't see the point either. Like, at this point, this need to be the last time they show up on SmackDown when Shotzi goes up against Bailey next week. I know they're the tag team champions, so they can be there, but they had 2 women's matches, and Raquel and Dakota's match was okay. I'm not really the biggest fan of Dakota and her style of wrestling. I give her credit when credit is due. She does okay, but to me, Dakota just don't do it for me. The kicking thing bothers me because it really is all she has. I rarely see Dakota do a clothesline or anything wrestling related. Like, I rarely see her do any of that shit. So I don't know. I'm just not feeling Damage Control. And I know a lot of people are, but me personally, I just don't give a shit about them. And I hate to say that, but I just don't. I don't care. I don't care. Um, More than likely, Bailey's probably gonna get that title off Bianca, which sucks balls, but whatever. So storyline wise, I wish they would create the storyline so that they're more cohesive on SmackDown, like they are on Raw. Like they flow on Raw a little bit better than they do on SmackDown. It seemed like they're trying to do something behind the scenes with Los Lotharios and Hit Row, which is fine. I mean, they definitely can do that. That's cool. And we get the stuff with Gunther and Sheamus, so there's that. And Imperium is still there. We got a lot of stuff that's going on, you know. So the cute thing is the storylines are shaping up. They're not too bad. They don't need a lot of improving, but I am curious as to where the next set of storylines are going to come from. I mean, they do enough foretelling and foreshadowing that I really do like, that you can kind of see, if you're paying attention, where these storylines are going. As far as the women matches are concerned, they have got to put on better matches. Their matches are not worthy of watching, in my opinion. A lot of the women's matches suck on SmackDown. They suck. And I don't want to watch a women's match that isn't good. Like, they got enough talent on that roster to make very good matches. For the last 2 weeks on SmackDown, the women's matches have been shite. They have been shite. And I'm just like, come on, like, it makes it difficult to watch, and I'm just not interested in it. So hopefully, if they tighten up on these matches, fix that, and really give us at least 1 or 2 extra storylines in between the bloodline dominated Sheamus and Gunther, Liv and Ronda, you know, in between those major storylines, we get some underground storylines that'll keep us interested in between. I think that that'll help boost the show as well. Kind of like on Raw. You got a lot going on Raw, but you interested in most of it, except for the Judgment Day shit. Like, you don't give a shit about the Judgment Day shit. I hope that helped and answered your question. I didn't enjoy the match that much until I realized the fact that the face paint got on her underarms in 1 minute. Child, you made a profit. Congratulations. All right, y'all. So I'm finna let y'all listen to this Pick Me Bitch. Okay? Listen.
Tell me, name one girl that looks good at 300 pounds. Name
I don't know
one.
what 300 pounds is.
See, I'm
Maybe
gonna
use the word obese.
You know what 300 pounds is, and you know what a fat girl is.
Yeah,
What is that in stone?
Oh, it's 21 stone.
21 stone.
Yeah, name one girl that looks good at 21 stone.
I think she's
Do you think
cute.
most men want to screw her?
I don't know what most men think.
Do you think she gets the same pretty privilege you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you do know.
Do you think you want to keep them fat so you don't have to compete with them?
Ooh.
Lucky for you, there's a lot of girls plumping themselves up right now. So just being in shape, you're like
I like
top
a
30.
juicy girl.
Look at you're in the top like 30% just not being fat. I'm motivating them to get on the treadmill. Look at it.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth.
Ah.
Yeah, it's got
Well, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, tough
I
love.
think
That's the
society has kind of dumbed things down and made it so that everything is okay. Do you do whatever you want, but trying to eliminate the consequences, which can't be.
But how
Why
why does someone else have to deal with your problems? Because you're gonna have so many health issues, and now who's gonna take care of you? The guy that's in shape, the thinner partner. Because telling someone that they deserve love when you know damn well that if someone's 300 pounds, they're not gonna get it. So you can say, oh, you deserve love, but it's just not reality. So that might be nice, but it's not kind. What's kind is saying, hey, get on the treadmill and and earn love. That's kind. Some of the most life-changing moments that happened to me, like, were because someone was mean, to be honest, and it inspired me to change.
Well, she said some of her most life-changing moments were when someone was mean to her. Well, let's be mean, bitch. Here's the thing. Ain't no way a thin-lipped, limp-haired, respiratory problem having ass bitch is going to tell me what I need to do to earn love from a man. First of all, anybody who is changing themselves to earn something for somebody else, violation, bitch. Because there's nobody who's going to love you better than you loving yourself. That's the first thing. Secondly, I can be 120 pounds and still not be desired by a man. Is that not possible? I don't understand why bitches who look like fives are trying to tell me what I need to do to gain love and affection from a man. You don't even look like you can pull a man. How can you tell me what the fuck I need to do, bitch? A bitch who ain't never looked at sunscreen a day in her life or haven't been in the sun a day in her life. A Dracula vampire looking bitch got the audacity to be talking about girls who plus size. If she's 300 pounds, you know damn well she's not going to get it. Oh, you must be late to the game. You must be late to the game because I be seeing 400-pound girls with a man and been with that man for years while y'all still be running around looking. And they don't be no bum looking dudes. They do not be dudes who are not attractive. They be dudes who are in shape. They be fit dudes. But you spreading this message as if to say somehow that a girl who is plus size over 200 pounds is undesirable to you, bitch. And I'm pretty sure any lesbian is not trying to pull your milky spoiled ass. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to pull your dry coochie sourpuss ass. Nobody wants it, girl. Okay, you walk down the street and bump into the store. If your ass bump into somebody, you bruise, bitch. We don't have time for that. Okay? That's the kind of shit I be coming across on TikTok. And then you got these. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? There ain't no way a nigga who gonna tell, ain't no way a nigga who ain't combed his hair in about 5 days and ain't seen a clipper or lineup in a year is gonna tell me that I need to lose weight. The moment you grow your hairline back normally, bitch, both of you long-headed motherfuckers, when you grow your hairline back, then you can tell me what I have to do with my body. Are you fucking kidding me? Sitting there with shoes on and look like they talking. The audacity. It's the audacity for me. Look at you. Look. Nigga, you look like you suck farts out of people's asses. The audacity of you. Concerned. What? No. No, you're not concerned. You just like trying to make yourself feel better, so you want to try to put everybody else down. Here's an idea. Mind your fucking business. Did it ever occur to you that it's none of your fucking business what's going on with me? If I want to sit up and eat pizza all motherfucking day, bitch, that's my business. If I'm 300 plus pounds, bitch, that's my business. You don't have to live in my body. You don't have to be in my body. You need to mind your fucking business. What you need to be worrying about is them little itty bitty ass titties you got, bitch. What you need to be worrying about is your also fucked up hairline. You need to be worrying about whether you can go outside in the sun without burning and peeling like a fucking apple, bitch. The audacity. This no ass, spoiled milk vampire bitch is gonna tell me I need to lose weight to be desirable. And then this is where the bullshit come in. You try to cloak it with the trash of I'm trying to motivate them. Who asked you? Did I ask you to motivate? And you can't tell me what's going on in my relationship. Who's gonna do all the work? The healthier one, the skinny one. Bitch, if it is, that's my business. That's my business, ho. It's not yours. It's none of your business. I don't ask you who rubs the sunscreen on you so you don't burn every day when you walk outside the house. I don't ask you who pulls your hair this tight so you can maintain your human-like form every time you bring your stupid ass out of your house to record this damn podcast. I don't ask you who you fucking with your dirty ass feet and your dirty fingernails. I don't give a damn. See, the difference between you and me is I worry about what's going on in my backyard, not what's happening in everybody else's. Okay? I can give less than a damn about who you fucking. Okay? Because I can tell you this, he must really have to love you to look at this mug every motherfucking day. Because that's a task, bitch. That is a task. Truly and honestly. Like, my God. Girl. Let me get some of these damn comments in here. He said, oh, she's the same one that said Lizzo doesn't deserve what she has. That's why Lizzo got money and she's still wearing the same 2 shirts. Listen, she keep talking about Lizzo if she want to. But the last 2 people who talked about Lizzo, one of them dead and the other one is disgraced. So she can keep on. But God don't play about her. Sounds like that pasty ginge bitch got some trauma to resolve because it sounds like some heavy projection. Right? She's single, by the way. Well, let me put it this way. I've been with AJ since I was in high school. I have been over 200 plus pounds since I've been in high school. I ain't never had a problem pulling a man. I ain't never had a problem pulling AJ. I ain't never had no issues with getting no man. Just because I'm of a certain weight don't mean I can't pull what I want. It's always a bitch who ain't got nobody who looking at me telling me what I deserve. What bitches, you mad? Are you mad because what I got you want? You better go fuck them raggedy ass niggas you got sitting up in that podcast. Them motherfuckers who's listening to you, agreeing with you on your bullshit. You better fuck them. That's why you ain't got no man. And everybody in the comments that be agreeing with her don't want to fuck her. The interesting aspect, the craziness, they don't want her, but they agree with what she's saying. Out of your mind. You're out of your mind. There's no way. So you're sitting up here talking about, oh, wow, you think you keep them fat because they're your competition, which leads me to believe that you know that big women are beautiful and you just mad because you feel like the only thing stopping them from doing what they want to do is that they're fat, which is not true. It is not true in the slightest. You could be fat and still pull a gym bro. You could be fat and still pull a 5-star dude. It is not hard to do. A lot of them be looking for them type of girls anyway. The quality of dude you pull depends on you and your personality and who you are. You're out of your fucking mind. And you're a piece of shit, which is why you're single and ain't got no man. And any man that's fucking with you got to be a goddamn white nationalist weirdo. He got to be. Because there's just no way. Sitting up there with a whole respiratory breathing problem. So like, oh my God. Like, do you think that you're keeping her fat because she's definitely going to be your competition if she loses weight? Yeah, Beavis. That's the reason why. I'm pretty sure the reason why she stays around you and is talking to you is because you're ugly and it elevates her. The moment that she steps on screen, she's obviously the beauty and you, bitch, are the beast. Goodness. That shit made me mad as fuck yesterday when I seen that video. I was like, this overbite having ass bitch. What the fuck? Crotch fire asshole. Rico said she got a greasy ass middle part. She tried changing it. It didn't work. Yeah. She put this bald-headed ass ponytail in her head. And she like a bald-headed scallywag. Her Simple Sally looking ass looked like she got stuffed in lockers. Probably did. A year was really generous, Tiff. You know it's like 3.5. Child. Also, many men are literally into bigger women. They just act like they aren't because of stigma. My friend who's a bigger girl said that as soon as graduation came and went, all these dudes came out the woodwork. You know, Rico, that is so true. That is so fucking true. When I graduated from high school, about I'd say about 3 months later, I got like DMs from at least 3 or 4 different dudes. Oh, what you been up to? Haven't seen you in a minute. You seem real cool. You want to go out? And I'm like, nigga, when we was in high school, I wasn't shit. Like, what you trying to? Well, things have changed. It ain't changed that much, bitch. The fact it ain't changed that much. She better worry about her deviated septum before she dies from lack of oxygen. Child, at this point, I would appreciate it. So I don't have to come across this shit on my timeline. And that may sound mean, but fuck that bitch. Yep, they came out the woodwork when they paid you no mind. It's like y'all niggas know. Y'all be trying to get at me and y'all be trying to get at the big girls, but some of them girls ain't trying to hear that shit. It's a lot of big girls that don't give a fuck about none of that. They want a dude who's gonna be there down for them. There's a lady on TikTok who I think is absolutely beautiful, and her husband finds her to be beautiful, but he's considered conventionally attractive, and she is not because she's of a bigger size. And when they first got together, a lot of people asked him why was he with her, like she's not like your type. Women throw themselves at him every single day. Like he gets DMs on TikTok from women of all shapes and sizes, and he pays them no mind because he loves his wife. And I'm just like, that is the sweetest thing I have seen, because he just really is captivated by her and everything that is her. It took her a long time to accept that from him, but she does accept it, which is nice. It's very, very sweet. But it just goes to show that not everybody's opinion is worth listening to. Like, it was a bunch of people on there like, you shouldn't be like, not everybody should have a podcast, which is 100% true. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Everybody shouldn't have a podcast. And 90% of the time, these people have these podcasts to say this bullshit to piss people off. And I'm just like, but you don't have anything cognitive to add to the conversation. Like, you're not adding anything to the conversation. You're not saying anything worthwhile. You're just putting out these bullshit narratives over and over again, and then sitting up getting mad because people have an opinion about it one way or the other. And it's like, you can't have an opinion and then expect nobody else to have one. Like, are you serious? There's no way that that's going to work out in your behalf. Like, there's no way that you're going to be able to sit and say whatever you want to say and then be like, well, why are you mad? Is it because she's telling the truth? No, I'm mad because it's offensive. You Neanderthal bitch. Like, that's why I'm mad. And if I don't understand why some people are allowed to have an opinion, but I am not allowed to respond to said opinion. Why is that? Why am I not allowed to respond to you in your bullshit? Now, when I say what I say, then I'm crossing the line. She essentially said that because I'm overweight and because many other girls are overweight by the standards of what the doctors say, is that we don't deserve love and you need to go lose weight in order for you to earn somebody's love. That is not the way that love should work. Love is not conditional in that manner. I shouldn't have to be concerned with you leaving me because I'm of a certain way. If I'm unhealthy and you want me to get healthy and you tell me in a manner that makes me feel like you care, then I understand. But when you make it so you say, look, because there's another video I'm going to show y'all that she sent, and that's where I'm leading to with this one. So hold tight. I got to find it. because it's gonna take a minute because her dirty ass is in a lot of videos. So I think this is the
Do you think that if a man should be able to divorce a woman if, let's say, like, I get married, right, and I gain 100 pounds, and he's no longer attracted to me, so I'm gonna look like a different person? Do you think he has a right to divorce her? Would you guys have a problem then if a guy said to you, "Hey, like, I love you, but you're gaining weight. Like, you've gained 20 pounds the last 6 months. If you keeps going on to this route, then, like, I don't see us staying together." But he's honest with you. He's giving you the opportunity to lose it. I see a lot of girls, like, the second they get a ring, just, like, let themselves, like, they gain so much weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, even in a relationship.
Because they feel like they've got what they want.
Yeah. There's also men that lie to women and say, like, that, like, they're attracted to their wife when they're really not anymore. And they're not on. Like, how many guys do you think really have the balls when their girl is gaining weight that they love to, like, say that?
It depends.
I really don't like her. So here's the thing. What they're leaving out when you get married, because I'm married. So let me get some of these comments out the way. As soon as they little friends and classmates are no longer there to judge them, they want to get bold. Well, that's true. But the other girls can slide by this time because they weren't disrespectful. The other two girls in the original video, they were not saying that. You know what I'm saying? They were not saying that because you're fat, you can't have a man. The other two girls in the video was basically like, that's why she said they don't deserve love, is because those girls were like, well, everybody deserves to be loved. And she was like, if you're over 300 pounds, you know damn well that that's not going to happen, or whatever the case may be. So the other two girls in the video was trying not to be assholes, whereas this bitch clearly enjoys and revels in the attention she receives for being a pick-me bitch. She is the definition of a pick-me bitch. Also, sidebar, my coworkers were definitely channeling our inner Ember Moon by saying, I hate it here and I want to leave. Why is she so concerned with bigger women? I don't know. Was she bigger in school and was bullied for it? It leads me to believe that she could have been, or a bigger girl took her man at some point. Here's the deal. When you get married and you're in a relationship, it's not that people let themselves go. That is an assumption that people just assume is what's happening here. It's just the qualms of life. People don't just let themselves go. You get complacent and you get comfortable. And when your spouse is not telling you that, hey, I want you to be healthy, I'm trying to stay healthy, I'm going to cook our food, there's a way to do this without being a total dick. You are making your love and your relationship with this man conditional on how you look. And that should not be the case. Let me take this ugly ass bitch off the screen because she pisses me off every time I look back at the TV. So let me take her stupid ass off. Dumb bitch. Nothing with it when it comes to a relationship like a long-term marriage should be based off of how much you weigh. It's not fair because there are conditions that cause people to gain weight. I have a thyroid problem. My thyroid problem makes it difficult for me to lose weight and easy to gain it. It really doesn't matter what I eat, I'm going to gain weight, okay? My thyroid does not work properly, so it does not produce enough of the hormones that I need to help speed up my appetite, make my metabolism run as fast as it's supposed to. It is not doing what it's supposed to do. Therefore, I have to supplement that with pills. And I didn't start taking pills for my thyroid problem until I was 30, 32 at the time. I hadn't even I had started going to the doctor a few years back. I hadn't been going to the doctor for years. So I've been heavy my whole life. My issue probably was my thyroid when I was a teenager, but the doctors never looked for it. They never checked for it. They just assumed that I was fat because I was eating too much. And I wasn't. And that's the assumption. Oh, you just get your fat ass on the treadmill. If you get on the treadmill, you lose weight. You never stop to think that maybe some people, a lot of women specifically, have actual issues that cause them to keep weight on and not be able to lose it. It never crossed your mind, because it has to be something that they are doing that forces them to gain weight on a regular basis. It's so weird to me that this is all focused on the woman and nobody's saying anything about men. Men can be fat asses too. It's okay for a man to gain weight when they get in a relationship, but it's not okay for a woman. She has to maintain a certain aesthetic. It's okay for a man. It's okay for a man to request a woman to be a certain size, but he can look like Pillsbury Doughboy. In my mind, I kind of, the way that it is so male centric and the way everybody co-signing her bullshit in these videos is just weird fucking behavior to me. Like, y'all sitting up here talking about some, like women just let themselves go. I'm like, bitch, you don't know because you ain't been in a relationship longer than a minute. What the fuck do you mean? Like, nobody's letting themselves go. Shit happens. You're in the middle of a relationship, and then sometimes people losing their houses. You fighting with your spouse. Money is tight. Finances are crazy. The way that the world has been for the last 2 years plays a factor in a lot of things. For you to just base your whole relationship off of the fact that your spouse has gotten fat and you're no longer attracted to them, well, that's why men cheat. Oh, so because I got fat, that gives him the right to go out and cheat. Okay, well then fuck it. If we're going by that logic, then I can go out and cheat because I don't like the fact the way you do the dishes. I don't like that. I don't like the way you do the dishes. So I can go out and cheat. I feel like it's easier for men to lose weight than women. I'm sure it is, but that's besides the point. That's not what I'm trying to get at. It just really irritated me. And I just need people to like leave fat people alone. You bring up Lizzo every time somebody talk about somebody fat. It used to be Monique, but then Monique lost weight. It used to be Mother Love, but Mother Love has gone into obscurity. Now it's Lizzo. Lizzo is the girl that everybody talks about being fat. It don't matter how successful Lizzo is, how much money that woman makes, how many Grammys she gets, how much time she actually exercises and, gets herself together. It doesn't matter because she's fat. I'm just over it. It's like, damn, I can't do nothing. Like, nothing I do is good enough. Never, ever gonna be good enough. I have to be a size 2. I have to look like a fucking stick figure in order to get any goddamn respect. And that's the trash part. It's absolute garbage. It's fucking annoying. Going on a break, and I'll be back. We'll get a new topic going right when I come back. So hold tight.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Now Julio made me Scorpio, and I might hit the Listen, da da da. Listen, da all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug, toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did. The heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm open already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring.
Okay, so I found some stuff on site that I thought was interesting. All right. Hold on a second. I'm going to let it loop so y'all can see it. It says, I live in a country where we vote for the president. One of you guys who became president lost the vote, tried to stay in power, and caused an insurrection. Half the country still thinks he should be president. Okay, so the on-site post said, tell us this true story from your life that sounds made up. The post said, I live in a country where we vote for president. One of the guys who became president lost the vote, tried to stay in power, and caused an insurrection. Half of the country still thinks he should be president. I mean, that is a fictional story that sounds made up. That's true. I mean, that is a true story that sounds made up. Let's look at another one. It says, okay, come on now. Hold on a second. We were heading out for months on a months-long vacation, and I was putting Coco Melon on my husband's phone when I intercepted texts confirming details of a murder for hire plan. Coco Melon saved my life. Oh my God. You found text messages of a murder for hire plan? Jesus. Damn, your husband was trying to take you out of these streets. One time I missed an assignment so important I made a funeral pamphlet for my father. What? What the hell? One time I missed an assignment so important I made a funeral pamphlet for my father. What? He was in the murder business. Nah, I think that's either fact or a movie plot. Girl, that's both. This one right here is confusion as hell. Okay. I got thrown out of prison for organizing the other inmates to fight for better conditions. I got everyone to sign a contract of solidarity to riot if they tried to separate us and made the front page. They dragged me back into court and demanded I be released with no conditions. Is that all you got to do to be released from prison? Child, you finna have a bunch of Malcolm X's on your hand. Well, that's messy as hell. She had to fake his death for an excuse on why she missed it. Oh! Okay. Because I was confused as hell. Me and Aaliyah was sitting here like, nigga, what? Okay. This one right here is the one. All right. When I was 18 months, I walked up to a guy in the playground and said, "Hi, Daddy, catch me," and went down the slide. I had never met this guy before that day. We moved in with him 6 months later, and they were married by the time I was 5. I basically got to pick my dad. I don't know, baby. That sounds like your mama wasn't telling you everything. That sounds like that wasn't the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. My friends and I drunkenly followed a cat one night after leaving a bar, and it led us to a sports bar in Crown Heights that was largely empty except for Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Justin Timberlake. Wonder what that combo was like. I have so much better taste in men than my mother. Child. That sounds so fake with the 90s. But the 90s was wild, right? Would have found her a better man than any of her husbands. Period, Rico. What the fuck was they doing with JT? Hey, Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z are very good friends. They've been friends for a while. Kyle. I was reading these on site, and I was like, what the fuck? Let me see if I got some more. I don't think I got no more. I come across the good ones on occasion, and then I get rid of them. Hold on, y'all.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on.
Okay, so I got a couple videos that I want to upload. So it's got a good question to it. I bet they were filming Suit and Tie. They had probably paid to have the entire bar empty. Yep, also possible. Didn't they make that song Holy Grail together? Yes, they did. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to upload this question because I think it's a really cool question. That's why I saved it. I usually save some pretty interesting stuff that I be wanting to put on StreamYard, but sometimes by the time I get done with the lives, like, I don't be having time to talk about the random shit. All right. So I'm gonna pop up on here twice. Just know that I'm literally trying to fix it so that I can put my stuff in here. That's all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take myself out. That way you don't see it. Okay. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me put some up. 5 minutes.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Julio made me Popio, and I might hit your phone up with that ba-ba-ba. Missing my da-da-da, missing that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did the heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm open already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how.
found it. It took me forever, but I found it, y'all. Okay, so here's the video from TikTok, and then I want y'all to answer the question in the comments below, in the comment section. Okay, here we go.
Let's test your morality. You are currently at work as a forensic analysis expert. You get a call that detectives want to send you a case to analyze. They explain that the case is a possible suspect, female, who shot and killed her husband. The only evidence they have is the gun used, which is registered to the house of the husband and wife. They want you to prove that the gunshot residue that was on the wife is connected to the gun that was used to kill the husband. You agree to get the evidence sent to you, so they ship it over. You pick up the evidence 2 days later and realize that they accidentally sent the case file along with the evidence. You open up the case file and see dozens of domestic violence reports from the wife against the husband. You see pictures of the wife bloodied and bruised on multiple occasions. There was even a report of the husband throwing the wife off of the balcony because she served dinner late. You realize that nothing was done to this husband because he is a cop. No one knows that you picked this evidence up today and analyzed it. You can get away with saying that you never received the evidence and it got lost in transit. Analysis concludes she did do it. Because the husband was a cop, they are going for the death penalty. Do you destroy the evidence, saving the woman from the death penalty for shooting her abusive husband? Or do you tell the truth, giving the husband justice and putting the wife on death row?
What y'all gonna do? I want to see what y'all gonna say. I already got my answer. Rico. What y'all gonna do? Lost in transit, shred and burn everything. Well, not you gonna spit on his grave. Jesus. He said whack. He said quick, hot poo. Aaliyah said, gosh, this is hard because I wanted to be a forensic analyst so badly in Another Wife. I'd probably make it look like it was self-defense. I would destroy the evidence. I would destroy it. Destroy any proof that I was handed the evidence. Destroy any proof that it was ever mailed to me, that I ever received it. I would destroy any and all proof. This man abused this woman. He got away with it for years because he was a cop. There's no way I'm about to willingly put this lady in prison after all of that. No. Police don't care about nobody, about no justice unless it's one of their own. Well, I mean, sure. Well, y'all, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. That was it. I'm going to play one of Kenny's favorite videos, and then I'm going to be out ski. I am going to upload the podcast today because I was supposed to do it last night, but I fell asleep while I was editing it. So I'm going to get that stuff prepared today and get it up while I'm sitting here. I will talk to you guys Monday about wrestling like I always do. I appreciate everybody coming in here, sitting and talking to me for a little bit. But Leah said, because it most likely was self-defense, I'm throwing the case. Everybody that came in, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for keeping me company for a little while. Unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about, I'm a roll. I done drank like 2 quarts of lemonade. One was strawberry lemonade from the Jamaican Ivory Place, and the other one was pineapple lemonade, and it was so good. Oh my God. It was so good. Oh. All right, y'all. So I's finna go. Okay. Y'all have a good night. It's 10:30. Y'all should sleep well. Sleep well, folks. Unless y'all got a topic, child. Santos Escobar said Teddy Long blocked him on Twitter. Why? He must have said something fucked up for him to block him on Twitter. But anyways, Halloween's coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna do a Halloween special on my show this year. I am not sure, but I'll figure it out if I am. Josiah Williams said he's blocked as well. What is going on? Y'all know Teddy old. I don't know why he would block Josiah. Josiah Christian as ever. He don't curse or nothing. He rapped that good Christian clean rap. Not even trying to make fun of him. I'm dead ass serious. Oh, yep. There it is. Karrion Kross versus Drew. Strap match. They finally put the graphic up there. Anyways. So you guys, y'all make sure y'all follow the page. Like I always tell y'all. Follow Down for the Count on Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. And follow me. I'm on Instagram. I am on Twitter. If you want to help support my channel and my page, please cash at me. And do you guys think I should start a Patreon? If I start a Patreon, I would have to do like exclusive lives and just for certain people. It'd be like invitation only or some shit. Maybe I could like once a month do a Twitter. Once a month I could do a. It is good, Kayla. It's very good. Once a month I could do a Patreon only content or exclusive content. But I had to figure out what that would be. I don't know. But like I said, if you want to donate to support the channel, please do. Cash App is down there. I could really use the help because I have to pay for StreamYard every month. Okay. But if I could do some exclusive lives where it's only certain people could come in or only have certain people in said lives, and y'all be willing to pay a small, tiny, teensy little fee, just a little small fee, just a little tiny, like $3-4 fee, then I would do that. With all that being said, I will see you guys Monday after Monday Night Raw for sure. Appreciate y'all for coming in here and kicking it with me. See, AJ decided to leave and be gone for the whole day. He literally will be gone for 12 hours. He didn't want to come home, so this punk ass left and ain't been back since. He'll be back home in a couple hours, though. With all that being said, I'll see you guys Monday. Have a nice night. Bye. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? Okay. I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.